What's up, ladies and gentle tubers? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the eveRide channel. In the dual sport and adventure motorcycle world, we can all agree that we like motorcycles that do nothing perfect, but everything well enough. Well, the same thing goes for our gear. Adventure apparel has to be durable, waterproof, protective, and functional while still being comfortable, breathable, and not look silly in the process. Well, the product developers at Rocky Mountain ATV MC's Advanced Rider Coverage, or A.R.C. apparel division, have been hard at work developing mid-level adventure gear that checks those boxes without breaking the bank. And they call it Battleborn. It officially becomes available for sale this coming Monday. The jacket retails at $200 and the pants at $140, which is in range of budget offerings from other in-house brands. Now let me get this out of the way first. Rocky Mountain is sponsoring this video, and I thank them very much for it. They gave me the Battleborn jacket and pants to test. However, just like any promotions on this channel, if I couldn't honestly recommend it, you would not be seeing this video, but I like it, and I like it a lot. And I can confidently say that for the month I've tested it, I've loved it.
How much could you thoroughly test something in only a month?
Well, that's a good question. To give you the most honest review possible in such a short time, beyond the irregular riding I do, I've put it through a series of tests to vet waterproofing, durability, breathability, cold weather comfort, warm weather comfort, and the inevitable crash test. Many crash tests, actually. The first test was to wear it indoors through an entire day of mostly editing at an ambient temperature of about 75 degrees with the quilted liner removed and the vents open. This, to me, is one of the most critical tests. What good is a waterproof jacket if you're stewing in your own juices? I stayed comfortable the whole day without any moisture accumulation inside the suit. The next test involved water, flip-flops, and a 4-year-old girl with a 1600 PSI pressure washer. The results of this test were excellent. Aside from water dripping down my neck and coming through the open vents on the back of the legs, not a drop got through, not even at the zippers. The next simple test involves my friend and body double, Shan, and a stout wooden stick.
You okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
This is the issue.
That's the worst you
Please give Shan a thumbs up because most of the third-person footage in this video is of him, and it was only his second time ever off-road. Since riding the DRZ and wearing the Battleborn gear, he's converting from street to dual sport, so welcome him to the fold in the comments below. The next tests all involve real-life riding. I found it comfortable in a t-shirt and shorts without the lining, on rainy early mornings at 35 degrees up to 60 miles per hour, and comfortable at 80 degrees above 20 miles per hour. The only time I really had to shed the jacket was riding hard whoops and slow technical bits in 80-degree weather. When we would pick up speed, it was comfortable again, but slowing down and lots of exertion with a full jacket on in 80-degree weather is probably going to get sweaty in just about any jacket out there. However, the pants were comfortable in all of these scenarios. And I think the all-weather success of this jacket comes from the excellently placed vents and smartly designed cuffs. Vents along the upper biceps, chest, back, inner thighs, and outer hams get the air flowing really well to all the places that sweat the most. The cuffs can be opened wide enough to fit well over gloves and gauntlets, so air flows up the arm, but they can be sealed tightly to fit under gauntlets if you need to be warm. In this shot, we opened up the front vents and closed the back vents to show you how much air will actually move through the jacket at 40 to 50 miles per hour. The final tests are the crash test, which at my level of clumsy riding were unintentional but totally expected. Through these spills, the fastest of which was about 35 miles per hour on dirt, the 600 denier ballistic fabric held up without a single scuff, except for when I got my leg pinned against a rock in which it made this little hole. As for injuries, the CE-rated armor held up just fine. It stayed in place and protected my elbows and knees without even a bruise.
I don't have my other armor underneath this.
And man, knee pads and elbow guards. That was a real smack, and they're fine. That's good. Good job, Rocky Mountain. So enough with the tests, let's get on to the little details that set the Battleborn gear apart from other jackets and pants in this price range. First of all, it's very comfortable, not just because of the greatly placed vents, but also because it doesn't feel like a garbage bag against your skin. The armor is CE rated throughout. It stays in place near the elbows and can tighten down for a better fit. The armor in the legs covers the knee and slightly down the shin where it would cover the top of a good boot. It feels a little too low when standing, but it does fit precisely where it should be when you put your boots on and sit on the bike. Armor on the back comes from Vault, and shoulder armor sits where it should, and I didn't even notice it was there because it's comfortable. The vents are wide enough to let in a lot of air, but seal out water and cold air when closed. Unlike other jackets in this price range, the vents open into the jacket itself, instead of exposing air to only the waterproof membrane behind the zipper. And speaking of zippers, they are YKK, and zipper tabs are large and easy to open even with gloves on. However, closing them can be a little bit tough because the zipper can get stuck on excess material. On colder days, the collar can be adjusted to fit snugly around your neck, and on warmer days, there's these convenient snaps near the collar that keep it from flapping up and whipping your neck in the wind. Like most jackets, it's got plenty of room in large, easy-to-open pockets. The bottom cargo pockets can be double sealed with a zipper and the Velcro. The two pockets on the chest are easy to access with big zipper pull tabs. The upper pockets on the pants are a little tougher to access, and they're a little too small. They have to be small, though, to keep the vents placed exactly where they need to be in order to keep your gentleman's region from pickling. There is a large inconspicuous cargo pocket on the left leg above the knee and a single inner pocket on the shell. And this clever little pocket on the left arm is perfect for your key, ID, or bribe money. On the back is this integrated water bladder compartment that could also hold maybe a kitten or a very small child. It doesn't come with a bladder, but if you use one, it's got loops on the front of the jacket to keep your hose from whipping in the wind. That's just awkward to say. It's also got a pull cord at the bottom of the jacket and a bit of an adjustable waist belt to keep everything snug and dry. Reflective piping is located on every vent throughout the suit and on the top pockets, in the rear of the waist belt, and near the hem of the pants, so even in the dark, it is very nicely visible. The pants adjust with Velcro along the sides, and an adjustable ratcheting style buckle seems durable while still being easily manipulated with gloves on, and provides even more flexibility for those of us with expanding midsections. One of my favorite features of the pants is that they zip up nearly to the knee, which gives you easy access to your boot without rolling up your pant leg. They have 3 button points at the bottom of the leg so the hem of the pants stay tight against your boot so it doesn't snag on your foot pegs. And while they may not zip off into shorts entirely, you can easily make these into shorts by rolling up and buckling the hem. In a hot climate like mine, that is brilliant. Now, while looks are subjective, I think both the gray and the black versions of this suit look fantastic. I personally chose gray because black in the desert just doesn't work too well, but I have to say that the yellow and black looks really, really good. So now for the cons, and really, there aren't many. I actually had to get really nitpicky trying to find negative things to say because otherwise people might think I was just blowing hot air for a sponsor. But here they are. So there is a little misstitch on the waterproof taping on the right knee that scratches my bare leg. They gave me the demo suit though, so hopefully this has been resolved in the final product. Like most budget jackets, it is quite heavy, and with the armor it takes up a lot of room. So it would be difficult to stuff into a small space like most motorcycle luggage. If you like to wear extra knee armor, like I often do when riding more enduro-style trails, the leg armor can get in the way and make things a little bit cramped. Upper body armor is not an issue, and my mesh armor jacket fits fine underneath the shell. Any extra armor probably wouldn't fit if you put the liner in. And I wish that it had something connect the pants to the jacket at the small of the back, like a zipper or a few buttons. And while the reflective material around the jacket's great, I wish that there was a reflective bit on the cuffs of the hands, simply to emphasize the human form at night and possibly to wave down help in dark scenarios. While removing the quilted liner, the loop that fastens the liner to the shell didn't seem like it would hold up. It did hold up fine, and maybe it will be fine long term, but it just seemed a little bit weak to me. And since this is a very budget-minded channel, in the scope of things, $340 is a great deal for all the features of these pants and jacket. However, for those on a super tight budget, it may still be out of the price range. Even then, I'm not sure there's a better value out there for these kind of features, aside from maybe used gear, which can be hit or miss. And finally, while sitting, it makes me look a bit pudgier than I think I really am. I think that's more my problem than the jackets, though. In conclusion, I really like the name they chose for this gear, Battleborn, because like the name suggests, this was born of adventure riders who wished for these features while actually out there on the burliest of adventure rides. Rocky Mountain has done an excellent job designing this apparel because they actually ride. Almost every one of their executives were with me battling it out and testing gear on the slopes of Colorado, including Dan, which is the president and founder of the company, during the 2015 eveRide. So I hope that this review has helped you to pick the right adventure gear with the features that matter to you for your style of riding, at a price where you can get a great value for money. After trying different budget jackets, I can honestly say that even on my shoestring budget, after demoing this suit, I would buy it for myself if I were taking another long adventure where I needed solid all-weather gear. And who knows, maybe I will be taking it to Alaska or Panama sometime soon. So to see more details, reviews, and buy the Battleborn jacket and pants, click the link in the description below to head over to Rocky Mountain ATVMC. To watch the 2015 eveRide Adventure series with Rocky Mountain, click the video on the right, and if you liked this video and want more reviews, tips, and moto life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to say thank you to Rocky Mountain for sponsoring this project and letting me use the gear, and thank you so much for watching. Much love, eveRide out.